I'm always on the lookout for new MMOs, as I'm sure a lot of you are as well. So when I happened across this one, Youxing Continent, which is an anime MMO. Yes, it is an open world, massively multiplayer online role-playing game, as is defined repeatedly over Steam. I thought to myself, you know what is the worst that could happen? Then I looked, and it is mostly negative. 25% of the last 27 user reviews have been positive only, and I'm assuming that's because this looks a lot like Genshin Impact. And therefore, by extension, Genshin Impact players probably navigated on over here to downvote it. Or maybe it could just be really terrible. I don't know. Looking at this, it seems very much Genshin inspired. But at the same time, it kind of also looks like a mobile MMO. But you know what? I'm still very interested because every new MMO provides us the chance to try something new, experience something new, and honestly, when the only good, fun games are games that have existed for over a decade now, I mean, we'll take every chance we can get. I am going to be streaming this live today at around 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you that want to come on over, take a look. I don't have the highest hopes for it. What I do want to do, however, is take a look at the trailer. And I also want to see what the game says before jumping to any conclusions. About the game, the English translation of this official release has not been completed yet, and it'll take some time, so this is coming globally. We'll update it as soon as it's completed. The oddities in traditional MMO online games, the weirdos in the open world, various bizarre equipment effects, over 100 million build combinations, great secret realm layer racing, PvE and PvP plundering competition, guild versus guild, large city competitions, a battle command system where one person works hard and 4 people enjoy it, allowing hard-working teammates to enjoy themselves. Any gameplay has a ranking, you can roll it to your heart's content, common roll, King Liver Emperor. So evidently they ran that through Google Translate. And that is what it came up with. But what we can see here is this is a MMO with PvE, PvP, guild versus guild, maybe some kind of racing system, builds, freely explore the seamless large map, which sounds great, a real open world, which actually it does genuinely look like it is one based off of what I can see here. It doesn't look like a cheap mobile game, at least from this, where you can collect supplies, challenge wild bosses, copy, make friends, and team up for adventures. Equipment depends entirely on fighting, and interesting builds are ever changing. There are a wealth of equipment, weapons, skills, talents, etc. in the game for players to freely choose and match. A large number of build gameplays can be combined with each other to create exclusive build sets and skills that are fun and interesting. Okay, cool. Is that Lumine from Genshin Impact? Is that what I just saw? Actually just see Lumine from Genshin. That right there, her. Okay, all right. A team of 4 people adventures. One person completes a 4 people benefit, and winning by lying is a kind of strength and a kind of, so, okay, teams consist of 4 people. One person can complete objectives, and it is synchronized across all players in the party. PPV, so pay-per-view. PvE, GVG, various gameplays meet all your needs for MMO games. PvP focuses on ultimate performance of personal skills. I don't have an issue with personal skill. PvE is a display of the high degree of team build and strategic coordination, and Guild vs. Guild is a display of strength of the War Alliance Guild. No matter which one, your own strength needs to continue to grow and improve in order to choose strong teammates and guilds. Okay, so there's a functional guild system in place. That's cool. Seasonal gameplay, no game progress, return at any time. The season system will be reset every once in a while. No, don't like that. Fuck that, no. All players need to compete again for the resources obtained during the season. Players who are unable to participate will not fall behind in the game progress of other players due to lack of time to go online. This is a very considerate way of playing. Wait, so seasonal gameplay, it says here, it gets reset occasionally. All players need to compete again, but don't worry, if you can't participate, you will not fall behind. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But you know what? That's okay. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna take a moment and we're gonna look at the trailer. And again, if you wanna come on over and join me on stream, I would be happy to have you here as we take a look at this game together. Before we go any further, I do wanna take a moment here to thank all of my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I genuinely cannot thank you all enough for the support. Okay, not a big fan of the UI, admittedly. Okay. This looks a lot like Genshin Impact. Okay. Mounts, cool. Does she turn into the... And she just blows her load all over everything. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of players there. That's good to see. Like, genuinely, I like the fact that there are actual players out in the world. Because goddamn, if MMOs these days, they do not prioritize multiplayer content. But I will admit, this game is not looking that great. But I will point out one thing, there does not seem to be auto combat or auto play. That's the fact that we live in an era where not having autoplay and not having auto combat is something we have to be proud of, and it is something that we have to actively search for in an MMO, goes to showcase the horrific state the genre is in. Because while I am okay with autoplay in certain gacha games, I do not think MMOs should have any type of autoplay. I just think if you're gonna have autoplay in the game, remove whatever gameplay feature requires the autoplay, and the game will benefit from it. Now this is Youxing Continent. You know what? I'm not going to judge this game before I play it. So if you're interested in this, if this looks at all remotely like something you might be interested in playing, an anime game, an anime MMO, a new MMO, Genshin, but massively multiplayer, a replacement for Tower of Fantasy or for the recently failed Grand Saga, then try it out. It is playable right now. It is actually playable right now. You just navigate on over to Steam, play the game. That way you'll know whether it is actually worthwhile. Because at the end of the day, it might surprise you, or it might turn out absolute horseshit, which is what I'm assuming a lot of us are thinking. But once again, do not judge a game before you play it. Play the game, and then if it sucks, say it sucks. Don't say it sucks before at least trying it, because it might surprise you. Hey, where do you think you're going? I see what you're doing there. I see you navigating on over, scrolling on over to that X button. Don't you dare. What I need you to do is take a moment and click one of the videos that are about to appear as soon as I'm done talking. And trust me, you're gonna want it.